Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program Fuckers. And this is a paid video for Stephen Howe. That's right. I've just donated $20 to your channel. Can you make a video response to my question below? Thanks, Steve. Here's a picture of you in my blog. I'm going to put a link to Steve's blog in my description of this video. So take a look at that, fuckers. And he goes, "Hey Archie, love your work. I just used Google Wallet to donate $20 to your channel. Thanks for the entertainment." Yes, Google Wallet. That's right. If you go to the home page of my YouTube channel, you can make donations via Google Wallet. Thank you so much, Steve. I'm watching Netflix House of Cards drama featuring Kevin Spacey as the evil, nasty, scheming US President Frank Underwood. The series is about how he and his wife use, manipulate, and even murder their way to the top. Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright Penn are very convincing as the ever-calculating, power-mad power couple. My friend is a big watch guy who buys new Amigas from their boutiques. He's getting me into watches and trying to convince me to get rid of my dogshit teenage Swatch, Chronograph, Fossil and Nixon watches. Anyways, I'm starting to notice watches now, and I'm surprised to see the fictional President of the United States wearing a 51 centimeter case. Is this what the power elite wear? My friend says 51mm watches are clownish. Can you clarify what's going on here? Thanks, Steve. And he's also sent me a link to the Luxury Watches House of Cards Kevin Spacey, the IWC. Yes, look. Stephen, I gotta say, so you're asking about 51mm size. Look, wristwatches have grown like crazy. They've grown like crazy, and you know they're huge fashion. I mean, there was a time, you go back 15 years, late 90s, Rolex's sports watches were 40mm. The Rolex president, was 36mm. And fashions have changed. Watches have gotten bigger. And it's funny. Even companies like Jaeger-LeCoultre with the Reverso, they've kept the proportions. But what they've done is, the proportions of this are the golden ratio. But they've enlarged the watch to modern size. Now, why does this happen? Well, it's like a lot of things. You remember in the 80s, those big ghetto blasters, huge ghetto blasters you could take to the beach? They were all the rage. The same things happen with watches. Bigger is better, you know, and it's kind of sad, you know, like you have a look at this. This is a Breguet. And it's 39mm for a sports watch. And, you know, some people would say that's a bit small now. But I got to be honest with you. I think your friend, even though I wouldn't be buying new watches from the Omega boutique, that's expensive. He raises a good point. Your friend raises a good point. 51mm is fucking ridiculous. And even me, I tell you the truth, I love 39mm in the sports. I love the Explorer 2, 40mm, and they've even got a newer one, which is 42mm. But I gotta tell you, that's about it. I think the upper limit, Rolex has gone 44mm on the deep sea. That is it. Nothing should be bigger than that. 44mm. And why do they get so big? Well, it's the fashion. But it's like the pendulum. It swings. And I don't know if they're going to get necessarily smaller. They'll move back in size. But I don't think they're a power watch, you know. I mean, look at this. I think this is a power watch. This is a 40mm gold Submariner. How could that not be a power watch? You know, that is a power piece. It's a really cool piece. It does things beautifully. It's a dive watch, fuckers. It's a dive watch. And what more could you want from your Rolex? A dive watch. Dive watches are just so special. Very, very special indeed. And I mean, how big is big? How big do you want to be on these things? And this is the question you've got to ask yourself. They're getting ridiculous. I'm just setting the time as I'm babbling on here. They're just getting to a fucking crazy size. For what? You know, why are they getting so big? It's the hormones in the chicken. That's what it is, fuckers. And I tell you this now, I've changed my views a bit. I was a bit out of kilter. You know, because I kind of thought, oh, you know, they should be more conservative. But you know, we are in it's 2015, for fuck's sake, and I understand we've got to move ahead. We have to move ahead. And in all honesty, I think this is the ultimate size. You know, any expensive watch is now a dress watch, and the gold sub is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love the blue. I love blue, and I'm really thrilled. I think that's perfect size. 40mm for a man. Come on, 40mm. 51 is fucking ridiculous. Your friend is so right. And look, it's one of these things. If you really, you know, they're getting so huge. What's the point of it? It's just ridiculous. But you got to work out. You know, I'm a pretty big guy. 40mm, I think, is the sweet spot. I would even prefer this over the 42mm day-date. So I think things have gotten bigger. Yes, you can't deny it. It's the hormones in the chicken. But 51mm, that's just ridiculous. And for me, you gotta answer it yourself. It's what you think is the perfect size. I've got a Breitling Super Ocean Steelfish. That's a big watch, but I think the line in the sand is 44mm. So I think you're right. It's just too clownish. It's just ridiculous. That's not the watch of the Power Elite. Solid gold. That's the Power Elite, and I'm ArchieLuxury. I know these things. And even the 36mm President, that's the watch of the Power Elite. It's not the size that counts. It's how you use it. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you miserable, nasty, cheap fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Those paid vids. This is your livelihood. This is what keeps your bills paid. Please keep asking Archie to make a vid for a small $20 US payment or more. Thank you, fuckers.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.